Hey folks, welcome back!
Hi.
My name's Alan Parks.
And I'm Mark Larson.
And we are TheSmartFellers. Hey, today is going to be another, kind of a gear review, but more importantly, it's let's dial up some distortion for bass.
This is about bass.
This is about bass. So what we have today is the Tech 21 Sansamp, but this is the fancy one. Normally it's a smaller single channel. This is a 3-channel pedal. So it has 3 presets which are settable by the user, though it's got presets on it. It's also a direct box, if you want to see right. There you go. It's a direct box and a preamp and a pretty flexible tool. I also have the single channel version, which has been beat to death, and it's a pretty amazing piece of gear.
Your second one.
No, it's still my first one. This is my second one. I need a second one because I beat the other one up to death. Okay, so at any rate, so I have been feeling the need for some mild to crazy distortion sounds for another band that I play for, and I was kind of thinking that maybe this Sansamp would be a good tool to have some at my disposal. Also, on top of which, it's basically 3 pedals in one. They all do the same thing, but it's 3 copies of the same pedal. So
yes, but it also has amp modeling and speaker simulation in it too. So
right,
in a way, it's more than that.
Right, but we also did decide that that's kind of more of a thing if you're going to be plugging it in direct.
If you're using the XLR out,
right,
and sending it to a board, great for that.
Right.
If you got a good sounding amp, you don't so much need that.
Right. So, so these things are really effective direct boxes. I've used mine like that several times. But let's go through the features of this pedal real quick. So once again, it has an XLR out, and it also has you can power it with phantom power if you're going into a board that can provide phantom power, so you don't have to plug it in the back. And it's got a pad, which a lot of direct boxes do, and it's also this is also the ground lift as well, which are both pretty much requirements for a direct box. So also then of these other tiny ones, we have a 1/4 inch out boost. So if you're running it into an amplifier like we do today, you can use it to sort of level it with other things that are going on in your chain, signal chain. So those are the buttons. You can plug it in with just a regular 9-volt power supply. It'll also take a battery, just one 9-volt battery, which is kind of nice. And of course, it's got an in and an out, and that's pretty much the back and side panels. So then we have drive, bass frequency, treble frequency, which are also cut and boost. So they're not just cuts; they're active. Presence, which is generally sort of a high frequency kind of a thing, very up at the top, high. A blend knob, which is common on bass effects, so you can blend in your original, just your regular straight bass signal, and then have some of the other distortion on top of that, so you don't lose your bottom end, which can happen a lot with putting effects on a bass. And then of course level, which is your output level where it's going. Sansamp things are made pretty durably. I'll insert a picture of my old original Sansamp for you. As you can see, it's been around the block a few times, but it still kind of works. The XLR jack is starting to get a little loose, so I really should replace the thing because it's a very good piece of gear. So anyhow, shall we get testing this stuff?
Let's do it.
All right. So let's get just a straight bass signal. I've got everything, all the controls dimed on the bass. So it's front pickup and rear pickup all the way on, tone all the way up.
Okay.
Sounds like a bass.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this pedal came with 3 presets.
Yeah. Fat boost.
Or fat tube.
Fat tube.
Fat tube.
Flip top.
Right, so it's imitating one of those Ampeg, those classic Ampeg amplifiers.
And what was it, drive?
I think it's just distorted bass. I think
Something drive, it said, yeah.
Yeah, so we have the owner's manual here, so we'll be referring to that. So, okay, so here's clean. So, let's try channel 1. That's pretty nice. Fattens the sound up nicely.
Yeah.
Gives it some tube-like warmth, right?
It's much warmer, yeah.
I like that. That sounds really nice.
You like that much treble?
I think that might be an artifact of the amplifier.
Ah, right.
Here, let me knock a little off on my... Off. I think that's all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, and then what's the second one?
Flip top?
Flip top. That's kind of harsh sounding to me.
Yeah. Yeah. I would probably dial that in more.
Yeah, that needs some adjusting. Sure. And then the third one
is
distortion?
The drive.
Whatever the heck it's called. It's supposed to be...
Distorted bass.
Distorted bass.
It's not all that distorted.
Not really. No. Okay, and I don't like that sound either. As a matter of fact, I think it sounds very similar to the second.
Well, it's different.
There's a little hair in there, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
what we're looking to use this as a 3 different type drives, right?
Right,
yeah.
Right. So I do like the first one. That's a nice tone.
Yeah, but the question is, if you were using this isn't your usual amp.
Right.
You would have your amp dialed in the way you like it for most stuff, right?
Good point.
And then, but this doesn't have any drive, this channel. Really?
Well,
I mean, it's not really doing much.
Let's find out. So
these
have a kind of a funky thing with the knobs. So if you want to find out what the presets are, this is kind of weird. I had to kind of study the manual for a second, but if you turn the knob, the indicator blinks slowly, but the closer you get to where the preset is set, the speeds up the blink until it stands still. So that's
where it was previously.
So that's the preset,
yeah.
Which is where it was. Okay. So,
which is great because if you were playing at a gig and you wanted to roll the treble back a little or something on a certain thing, and then you wanted to reset it back to where it was again after that, then you could easily find it.
Okay, so we had that. So those are the settings for channel 1. So you can see the bass is knocked down just a little bit. Drive is at about 12 o'clock. Not a lot of presence. There's some blend there.
And as you can see, that matches this right here.
Right, sure enough. Okay, so let's put some hair on it.
Okay, let's do it.
So
play something for us.
So you might want to take the level down, right?
I usually do this.
Well, my plan was to go from left to right, less distortion to more.
Yeah.
So.
Well, so it was right there.
Yeah.
So we're just going to add a little.
I'm not hearing much of a difference yet. There we go.
Okay, so there's...
Of course, if I dig into it. How about just a little less than that? Just a little less.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
That's
so we're going to save that, right?
Right, so you double click the button, boom, save. So just to check, so let's go to distorted. All right, that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
It's a useful tone, it's not too hairy.
Right.
And if we want, we can blend in. So that's all effect. So that's just straight the bass.
Right.
That's all the effect. So let's dial in just right, so let's go ahead and save that setting. Boom. Hang on.
That's actually a lot more drive than I expected. That might be more like the number 2 setting.
I think you're right.
I think
All right,
we
so
need
let's
less. I think we
dial
need
that.
less drive.
Let me really dig in there. How's that? Oh, you got it off.
Oh. Right about there.
That feels pretty good.
All right.
Yeah. Boom, that's saved.
All right, now try it again. Yeah, that's about what we're looking for, right?
Yeah, just a little bit of
Just a little hair.
little peach fuzz on it. All right, well let's keep going on to channel 2.
All right.
And see what we can dial up as far
What's
as.
going on?
Oh yeah.
Wait, it should.
Magic finger, baby. Maybe you should use a different finger.
I got the wrong finger today.
All right, so let's see where the original settings were on this.
Right there.
Wow, they got a lot of bass rolled off of there. I want to find it like this, not look at the machine, the pages here.
Yeah.
Wow. So this has got a lot of
mids because the bass and treble are rolled off.
yeah. See
Almost
how
completely.
See how far down they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez. That was presence, and the presence has been boosted. So I think they're going for a yeah. So they're going to go for a more distorted sound on this. It sounds kind of clangy to me. That's the weird description I have. I think we need to warm it up with some more. Well, we're going to need to get more.
What if we roll this back a little?
Give it more bass.
That's what I'm thinking, because,
There we go.
well, this preset is to make it sound like a flip top, so
Yeah.
which
Okay.
isn't necessarily what you're looking for
No,
this.
we're changing that.
Yeah.
I think pulling the presence down is making a
We'll
big
take some of the
difference.
highs out.
What do you think? You like that?
Yeah.
So
better.
why don't we dial up some more distortion so it's more.
That's kind of where we had it the first time. We thought it was too much, so that's about right for channel 2.
How crazy does it get?
Well, I think we should save this and then refer back.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
So that's a pretty.
Off.
Yeah, man.
There's some hair
Nice.
on it.
Okay, let's go to channel 3. All right, let's set it to where the factory had it. Really? That was distorted bass? Come on. We can do better than that, right?
That was number 2.
Yeah, right? Blend.
There we go.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like it. I think the presence is way too high. But the first thing that we want to do really is go like ridiculous distortion, right?
Yeah, but let's get the tone right.
Well, okay,
Well,
that
so
alone did the job.
Yeah, but so the idea isn't to change the tone of the bass so much as to just add more gain. So the tone controls probably should be more or less the same on each channel, right?
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
sure. Well,
Okay.
I kind of liked, Okay, so let's.
All right.
How hairy can it get?
Let's find out.
Dime that drive button. let's change the tone so it sounds it's more effective.
Okay. Drive. Would you use that? I mean, you have distortion pedals on your
I'd use that, yeah.
I mean, would you use this? Would you use this and your distortion pedals?
To be determined.
Yeah. Okay.
To be determined. Did you save that?
I haven't.
Okay, so go ahead and save that. Let's do some comparisons.
All right.
So
here's one.
Oops, flat.
It's off.
Now, I'm feeling like I'm having to play kind of hard.
Yeah, it's not enough volume, huh?
It's not enough volume. That's it. All right. That's a nice. That's
almost
a
like
very usable tone.
Not only has a little drive to it, it also is kind of a bass boost.
Yeah,
and I can feel the bottom end.
It's got a certain smoothness to it too. It's
Yeah.
nice. Okay. All right, now channel 2. That's a nice, smooth, usable, nice solo tone. It's got that pillowy kind of a.
Gives you some sustain too.
Yeah.
Natural compression.
Now, the thing about this one is if we. Boy, it sure gets quiet, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Crank it. So, I'm curious, what does this presence knob do? Wow, that hangs on there, doesn't it?
Yeah, see?
That's okay. Huh. Okay, so we got tones?
We got tones. Nice.
Yeah, I'm liking it.
You can really hear the string squeaks.
They're fairly fresh strings too, so yeah. All right, so turn my treble back up on my bass.
Cool, man.
I'm pretty happy with that.
All right.
What do you think?
I think it's great.
I think it's a success. All right, so it looks like we've got some good tones dialed in.
Sounds good.
So the owner's manual has a bunch of presets available for you to play with and look at. There's some cool things there. There's an SVT, Ampeg SVT imitator and a bassman imitator. I found the SVT, when I've played with it before, to be not quite the same as an Ampeg SVT, but
yeah,
darn close. And so there's another page of those as well, and some sample ones or blank ones that you can fill in with your own settings, which is pretty darn handy. There we go. So a whole bunch of blank ones. And the instruction manual is pretty concise too. It's pretty clear. It doesn't, it's not very confusing.
Yeah.
So we were able to get some good stuff out of it. Okay, I give this a 2 thumbs up myself. I like it a lot. I'd say it's every bit as good as the single channel one that I have as well. But now there's 3.
Does yours have a drive on it too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. They're the same knobs. Yeah, the same knobs. yeah, it's as far as I remember, it's been a while since I've used it. But yeah. So
that's a good pedal. I mean, versatile.
Yeah,
You've got all kinds of options here.
usable tones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'd buy one if it was for guitar.
yeah, it says bass right there.
Just get a Sharpie.
Just write in guitar.
Just black it out.
Oh, just black it out. So it's everybody. It's a driver DI.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Anyway, Tech 21. If you want to sponsor us,
Hey.
if anything, you've got a glowing review. Wow. Anyway, I guess that wraps it up for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, thanks for joining us. Please hit like and subscribe.
And ring the bell.
Does it ring when you hit it?
I hope so.
It should.
It's a bell.
It's a bell. They go ding, or is it a dong?
Well,
nice, sonorous, dignified.
Then either ring the bell or dong the bell, whatever you prefer.
Oh, aren't we supposed to say smash the like button also?
Oh gosh.
Okay. At any rate, okay, that does it for this episode. Once again, he's Mark Larson.
And he's Alan Parks.
Right. And we're the TheSmartFellers. Hope you had a good time. We sure did. I guess we'll see you next time.
Bye.